Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, P Farm, thinking right out here in my lab. I hope the volume is up, everything is correct. I'm not a technician, so I'm sorry about the technical difficulties with the volume, but I'll take care of that as we go. Thank you. Let's rock. Rightisms, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in and receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. This is going to be nice. Right quick. Question. Do you think your success in life was achieved by yourself? Little tidbit. Think about that. And while you're thinking about it, let's get to the lesson. I got my idea. I'll give it to you in 1 second. Let's go. Rightisms, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with right thinking, mission. That's what I'm on. Sorry about that. And right mission, right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily, will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching or achieving spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. Mean by yourself, you got help. AKA know thyself. My mission, and I'm on it every day, is to get right thinkers to know thyself. That's it. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to listen, practice, and know thyself. That's what I got for you. That's what I do for you. All you got to do is tune in, you can do it too. That's right. It's rhetorical, but if you know how to answer it for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. Yeah, that's what I do. I got you. A person who knows not, and knows not that they know not, too many nots, foolish, disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not. It's simple. So you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to my eye be true. The question I put to you, a lot of us get the ego concept. Me, I did it all. I did it. Blah, 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 blah. I don't think that way. So right thinker, let's talk about, do you know that your life success is not achieved by yourself or by you alone? But you're not the only one contribute to your success. I got a few people. I'm not going to give it, but no, I got 3 people. I can tell you that right now. And if you ain't one of the 3 people, don't be feel bad. Why? It just ain't you. That's all. It can't be you. Why? They are who they are. Let's rock. My first reason and purpose for being successful in my life was the birth of my son, Fathead. Crown jewel. Don't even think about competing or comparing. No, it ain't none. That's the top of the line. That's it. Okay, that's my point. And before I became a father, I didn't have a real reason, real direction and purpose for life. I just lived it. I thought being a drug dealer and being like an old man was the way. During the time of ignorance. But it gave me purpose. I knew when I seen my son come out, I'm standing right there, and I saw little dingleberries. I thank God first. Thank you, God. Why? Because that's what I wanted. A boy. Why? So I can make him into a man. A better man. A little bit better than me. A little bit better than him. So we progressing to get better as men. But we're passing it on, so it's getting better. That's the tradition. Be a man. In our family, men are men. Moving on. And once I saw him be mine, I took total control. I'm not going to allow nobody to take care of what's mine. I'm not going to allow nobody to affect what's on. I'm going to take care of his hands on. I did that. And I'm still proud of it. Success. Again, to me, that's success. When you can raise somebody, teach somebody how to be their best self, that's called parenting. I know that. If all the women who I was with knew I was going to be a good dad, I'd have babies all over town. But most of them, I protected myself. See, I was a little smarter than, no. I love you. I don't give a damn about your love. I don't want you to get pregnant. I don't want no disease. Old school. Those are things that was priority to me. So I didn't run around acting a fool. Moving on. But again, success for me was to what? Create a better version of myself. Minus what? Well, my own. So I bought that. I gave my son only what he needed. He'd bring the rest to himself. Like in Return of the Jedi, when he told Luke, you got to go and check your dark side. You got to go deal with that. He put on his belt. You ain't gonna need that. He said, whatever you take in there, you're gonna have to use. So if you took a weapon in there, be ready to fight. If you go in peace, prepare for peace. That was the concept. And that's back to myself, where I come from in the streets. Peace with respect. I'm coming in peace. Why? Respectfully. That's why. Moving on. And it kills me to hit all y'all so-called street thugs and gang, whatever y'all call yourself. Y'all have no rules. Y'all have no boundaries. Y'all have no respect for the game. Y'all ruined the game. Hip-hop, same thing. Okay? What do man do? Abuse, mistreat, and mess up. That's your MO. Moving on. If that's not, you're a better person. That's all. Because everybody's doing that same dumb stuff. It's easy to do that. I tell you, doing right is hard. I just gave that lesson. But that's what I know. Again, I owe my life success to two people. Yeah, that one and my mother, the ones who made me. If you pay allegiance to anybody other than them, you are just wrong. Why? The system, it works as common sense. I have a father, I have a mother. They created me. That's my God and goddess. I have one. He's passed on, so he's still here in spirit. I give him every day. We still talk every day. Matter of fact, I think we talk more now that he dead than we did when he was alive. But now we together as one. Again, that's all symbolical. And it's sacred to the individual who put it. Say, you make everybody can kill me. They make something special because it means something to them. Okay, but everybody got the same opportunity. Moving on. Don't get caught up in nonsense. But if you think God or believe God is anybody other than the ones who created you, you are wrong. Simply that I can tell you when you're wrong. I don't care how you feel. That's just wrong. God is your creator. He said, let us. Okay, that means man got to get a woman to make a baby. Okay, did that. Oh, but no, never mind that nonsense. Okay, but the fact of the matter is, who brought you into this world? Your father created you inside your mother's womb. She brought birth to you. Those are your God and goddess. All right. It annoys me that you can't recognize God. Why? You don't even know your mother and father is the ones who, in what? Their image. I look just like that guy. If you put him in a lineup, you can pick me and him out. Moving on. But that's the difference. And that's the simple fact. They tell you that symbolically we was created by our parents. That's your God and goddess. You ain't got to make up a God. They're right there. Just got to understand it. And everything that they say God do, what the parents do for us? Mother nurture us, father protect us, all that. That's what God does. That's what he gives us the parents for. That's what it takes two of y'all to raise, to make. And I'm pissed off about this single parent nonsense. Why? If it took two to make it, two should raise it. Put that in law. Executive order that one. No, moving on. Let's go. It ain't political. The reason for me wanting to be a good father, why? Again, like my dad. The first thing I saw in my dad was that. The other stuff I started gravitating to. But he was who he was, how he was. Okay, I got way past that. But like I said, I stole characters from my man, which made me a man. Why? Because he was a man. He was a man's man. He would whoop your butt, talk trash to you, and sleep with your girl. That's a man. I used to do that. Don't piss me off. Why? I sleep with your girl. I was that dude. All right, call me Jody. All right, but the reason for me wanting to be a good dad was to emulate like my dad. That's why be there, make sure I didn't need and want for nothing when it came to being protected. My man had me covered. That's why I can't envision not having a father. Why? That's set the tone for my life. That made me want to be a good father. Now I got grandparents, I got grandkids, and I love them. Why? Because they're mine. That's mine. Those are mine. I'm proud of that. All right. But now, let's get to the good part. My mom gave me all my good qualities. My mannerisms, my understanding of treating people the way you want to be treated. All that I got. My father teach me none of that. No. my mom's job. And she did help, and she taught me the good qualities, and the more important part, she held me accountable to live by them. If she said be here at 11 o'clock, at 11:01, I'm done. And I already know if I can't get there by 11, I might as well just have my fun. I had to make those decisions. Again, I've always been my own decision maker. You know, if you break curfew, what's going to happen? You're going to be in punishment. I'll take that. So, again, my decision was made. I knew I was going to be punished. And my mom didn't let up. She just said, damn it, when I tell you to do something, you're going to do what I tell you to do. That's discipline. That's being obedient. And she held me accountable. I respect the level for that. Why? It taught me life lessons. Again, she prepared me for prison. She punished me, locked me down. I hated that. And she knew that would get my goat. And if you have children, you should know their character and mannerism so you know how to get them. She didn't whoop me. My mother didn't whoop. My mother never whooped me. What? Punishment. Sit me down. She knew I was a street runner. She knew I loved to go. So the way to get me was sit me down, shut me down. Got it. So I learned that lesson too. But again, I got better at what myself. When I've been punished, I just sit and think about this. Dude, you really want to keep doing this dumb stuff? Again, take responsibility for your actions, even when they bad. You did it. God, I hate when people, no. Just take your beating. And my mom didn't get beaten. She gave punishment. You ain't going out tomorrow. You ain't going out this weekend. Man, oh man. I'd rather take a beating. See? Why? She knew how to get to me without physically getting to me. I learned that that method from my mom too also. All right, what's this? Now, being a teacher of life lessons, I'm just raising whoever want to listen. Why? I raised my kid. All his friends, I raised them too. And I just talked to a guy yesterday at the gym. When I was raising my son, where he went, I went. Whatever he's involved with, I'm there. Why? I'm watching that's my investment. Okay, that's my due. And as long as he's living and doing, I'm seeing my grandkids just living. That's what you want for young men. Not a whole bunch of drama and bull stuff. But if you don't hold them accountable, they drift. I call them drifters. I got another lesson for that. A drifter is somebody who just go with the flow. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, I go with that. No! A drifter should be a group that sing under the boardwalk. Don't be a drifter. Being a teacher of life lessons, I teach what my mom taught me. That's where I got it from. I didn't make it up. I was taught this. And guess what? It worked for me. So anything as a parent, the stuff that my old man did, my mom did to me as a child, I didn't like it, so I didn't impose that to my children. My son, I didn't do none of that. We talk. That's why I call it fathead. We always talk. It's a mind thing. We got to communicate. The last whooping he got in 3rd grade, I said, look, my man, don't lie to me. Don't bullshit me. Why? Because I will rip you a new one. Understand that, first of all, okay? I'm your defender. Be honest with me. Be 100% sense. That's what you got to do. Meet them where they need to be met, and then y'all can walk together. Don't separate and say, no, oh, I'm the parent. I hate that philosophy. I respect my kids. They got the right to say, express themselves respectfully. Disrespectful, you got to go. You got disrespect, you got to go. Moving on. I'm still your father. Moving on. Luke. Moving on. But a good father-daughter relationship don't have that clash. If you have that clash, that's a problem. Moving on. If there's a problem, it need to be solved. But watch this. God knew best. A good man and a good woman, the offspring got to be good. Only child, my mom, only child. I got a bunch of uncles and aunts. And my father and my mother, the only child. So I'm saying, in life, you acquire family and relatives. Why? If they cool, they could. They in family. Simple. I grew up with that mentality. I just adopted the same way. And I asked my mom, I said, well, everybody couldn't get along. Why they come to our house? My house was the Salvation Army for runaway kids. She said her grandmother took in all of our family members. Why? She had no brothers and sisters. She had 6 or 7 brothers and sisters lived in the house. Orphanage. Back there, I don't know about the orphan. Well, they got thrown out or got left, whatever. But they came and my grandmother took them in. My great-grandmother took them in. And my mother adopted. Because I'm like, Ma, they live right down the street. Why they here? Go home. But I was arrogant at that time. I was ignorant. But my mom, that's how she was. So that was a good quality about her. She helped anybody. Okay, back to the day. All right. Where we at? Where you at? Okay, now, when you take a good man and a good woman, the offspring got to be good. I adopted that philosophy. My son's mother, a good woman. We get together, our offspring got to be good. I wasn't trying to cooperate with that. No. Some of the women I said, oh, I'm glad I ain't got a baby. I'm glad it's my baby mama. Wow. I had some drama, but no, within reason, I ain't do that nonsense. What? My man, give me my son. You deal with me accordingly. We ain't gonna worry about it. It worked out fine. Moving on. And I come from a unique line of what I call good people. My father was good, just in a bad way. You can understand that? Yeah. He did what he did. He was good at it. It wasn't good, but he was good at it. So again, I adopted the method. I was good at doing wrong. That ain't the way to go. I knew that. But see, he got away with it. That was the way of life. Moving on. But I got the idea of being a unique individual by doing you and just being your best, even when it was wrong. But now that I'm doing it the right way, man, yeah, I owe all my good I do to my dad and my mom. And Fathead kept me, driving to grinding to make sure he ate, make sure he had the things he needed. I became a father, and that was a big thing for me. I took that and ran with it. Still running. Okay, now I'm a grandfather. Still running. All right? I didn't want my son, a.k.a. my crown prince, I thought the world of my son, to need or want for anything. That was my purpose. To supply him with what? His needs. Not his wants. No, I don't give a damn what you want. But I'm going to make sure you have everything you need so there wouldn't be what? No excuses. Failure in life was not an option in my household. Moving on. I don't give a damn what you do, where you go. Just be a good you. Moving on. My manhood. Okay, 100%, all of it, ego, macho. Okay, I rode that wagon for a while. And ignorant, but I wrote it, okay? And I won't and I don't take what? Disrespect. My old man stopped the tow truck driver from towing my car from upstate New York because the guy called him a boy. Not a nigga. A boy. That's being respected. Or for him, disrespected. He didn't allow that. You can call me a lot of things. But if you call me out my name and disrespectfully call Houston, why? We got a problem. I'm your problem. Moving on. And that's how I learned from him. I don't give a damn. Your color don't mean nothing to me. Your position, state, don't mean a damn thing. You got that gun? Okay, you got that. But other than that, I don't give a crap about nobody. And my mom taught me my moral values, my self-discipline, respect for others, treat people right. All that I got from my mother. Women, y'all don't do that. That's what mothers do. That's what mothers do for their son. You ain't got to be the man and the damn mother. That's why I got a problem with the single mother. They got to wear 2 hats. That ain't fair. I didn't wear 2 hats. I just stayed the father. When he wanted to see his mother, take him to her. She can come get him. But I wasn't trying to be his damn mother. Men don't do that. That's what the mother job is. Try to make the point. That's all. Moving on. And my whole thing was I had a mother and a father. So I had that balance. Love it. Why? I can't imagine not having it. So I got to be understanding to people who didn't have that. But don't let that be an excuse for you not to be successful in your life. That's an excuse. Well, I didn't have fun. I don't give a damn. Personally, but that shouldn't stop you from being your best self. That's my point. Okay? I raised a lot of kids that's not mine. Why? I don't give a damn. Why? If they under my tutelage, I'm going to teach them. I'm going to raise them and treat them as if they was mine. Never disrespected nobody. Never abused nobody. That was SA. I didn't know what the hell that is. I ain't assaulting nobody sexually. Are you crazy? Even as a bad guy, I knew better than that. Sheesh. And when my son was born, I got on my grind. And that was, 44 years ago. I'm still grinding. I'm grinding right now. With my grandsons in mind. Why? They need things too. Moving on. I don't stop. All right? But with the right motivation, they say behind every good man is a good woman. To a degree, I didn't argue that point. It means that, yeah, when a woman who with you, backing you and respect you, then that drives you, that motivates you. But if she's a pain in your neck and y'all always, man, that ain't gonna work. Respect what I do. Respect me. We ain't got no problem. Other than that, don't be bothered with me. Why? It ain't gonna work. Simple. I ain't dumb. With the right motivation, You can do anything. With Christians, it's Christ. With me, it's knowledge of self. With whatever it works for you, that's all you got to do, TD. Find what works for you and just work it. I've been working the hell out of my philosophy. Why? It's working for me. That's why I'm working it. Why? It's working. If something ain't working, you can't work it. Some people live their whole life trying to work something that don't work. I just watched my dude this morning get my doses, my guru. He said, your mind is playing you. I love that. It's the ego. The ego is the mind, okay? It's all concentrated by the self. And if you ain't playing the mind, meaning you can control your mind will control you. That ain't my philosophy, but I get it. I got a different concept, but I get I understand just what he's saying. I told you, we could all say the same thing differently, and that's fine. And if we respect other people's rights to say, think, and believe and be, we won't have no problem. I ain't got a problem with nobody. Moving on. Why? I do what I'm doing, you do what you're doing. I ain't got a problem with that. Moving on. But if it starts to affect me, now we got to do something different. My dad played his role in my life, and I love and respect him for that. I had a few misunderstandings, misgivings, but when I come to that, dude, he gave me what he had. You can't do no better than that. And what he gave me, firstly for me, was enough. So I don't think, oh, he didn't do that. No. I got brothers and sisters who feel like, oh, he loved you. He loved all of us in his own way. He just favored me. Why? I got him paid. Everybody else fed off of him. I was the only one that fed him. Moving on. That's the difference. And all my brothers and sisters envy me for that. I was just a drug dealer. He loved me because I was making money. Moving on. And for all you young and even old brothers who your biological father wasn't there, stop using that as an excuse or crutch. Be your best self. Find a mentor, somebody who you respect and admire for them being where they are, and tie on to them. Get under their wings, so to speak. What happened to that entrepreneurship? Meaning, I'm going to come and do whatever you need to do. I used to be a gopher for my father. Whatever he needed, I had to go for it. Whatever he wanted, I go for it. Whatever you do, I go for it. Didn't argue, didn't quit, just go. If you follow somebody, that's what you do. And a lot of y'all blindly following these pastors, these preachers, it's the same thing, the same thing. And if they're not good, you're going to end up suffering. Moving on. I did. What that tell you? And again, I can't imagine not having my dad in my life. So I can only imagine not that, but I have that. So I got that experience. That's all I can tell you about is the experience I had. I can't tell you what I didn't have. I scared the hell out of me. Man, I don't know what kind of man I've been without my dad. I had my uncles, I had, people. But my dad, that was my dad. If as a young man, it feels good about saying my dad. And I know why. Because if you don't have one, you can't say that. That's personal. I get that part. Deal with it from that aspect. Get some psychiatric help. Let it out. Express yourself. And move on. That ain't the end of the world. Okay? Simple. Because what? My dad ain't here no more. When he died, my tightrope, I had to get better. Why? I couldn't fall. He wasn't going to catch me. Moving on. I became my son's net. Moving on. When you're a net, that means you got to be dependent on. You got to be there. Day 4, you got to catch him. Moving on. That's my concept. And they say, and it's true fact, men make men. Why? The chromosome gene, if it's strong in you, it's going to be strong in your offspring. That's why men make men. Women don't make men. Women have men. They give birth to men. They don't make them. They shouldn't have to raise them by themselves either. Excuse me. I get personal with that. Personally, men, they say men make men, but what's the problem right here? They don't always take care of the men that they make. My baby mother always said, why you call him your little man? He's going to be a man. I don't want no boys. Okay, I don't want no babies. Why? He's going to grow to be a man. I want to make sure the final product is in place. That was my job as a father. My mother did her job. Again, teaching me what I needed to know. Again, see the balance? You see that? You can't have one without the other. You're going to miss something. That's nature's way of telling you, I gave y'all this for a reason. Y'all got together to make it. Hold yourself accountable to raise it. A lot of men don't hold themselves accountable. That ain't the woman's job. That's the man's job. Me and my baby mother been done. The fact that I respect what? She didn't involve the white man in our business. She let me be my father. Let me be a father to my son. But the white man told me, pass the amount of money away. That child support. Another nightmare. I'm going to talk about that. But I didn't worry about that. I had to deal with that. See? When you're not worried about somebody telling you how to do yours, you do what you're supposed to do. Moving on. But a lot of times, most men have anxiety or animosity toward their son because why? The white man, gotta pay that money. You shouldn't have to take that to be a man or be a father. Moving on. And then every father, you want to I got kids. You do a damn thing for them. Moving on. Take that serious too. When you have a God, a dad, a goddess, a mom, you have to be God conscious. They give you everything you need to do just that. And I got all mine from my mother and my father. But when I look back and even forward, the mainstay in my life, my mom and my son. Since he come into the world, we ain't separated. Oh no. See, he was a baby. I was in prison. When he come to visit me, our bond was so tight at that time. When he saw me, he just jetted. And he come and jumped on my arm. So I was always there for him. And he thought we didn't know what his mentality was. He thought I was in college. He didn't know. At that time, he was a baby. But from that point on, I come home, inseparable. And he been doing his thing ever since. Moving on. Where we at? Again, my son inspired me to be my best self. To provide for him. Made me hold a job, stay responsible, and stay grounded and stay in his life. Whatever else I was doing was second. Why? My son come first. Anybody know me? My son got a basketball game. My son got a game. He got to see. I'm traveling. We all over the place. That was my life. I ain't got a problem. You suck. I ain't miss a damn thing. Girls, I ain't got a damn about that. I'm watching my son. Now I go and watch my grandson. When he play, I'm going. Why? I'm his biggest fan. I want him to know that wherever he at, Pop is there. Why? I got his back. You know, that's what grandparents do. I want to make sure he know I'm there. That's all. My presence. When I play, if I look at and I go on the football field, all the faces in that crowd, I always spot my father. That just, all right, now put the show on. Yeah, Pop's here. Yeah, let me go. Get out of there. Ooh, wow. And I can proudly, but before Fathead, my dad and mom raised me to be my best self. So I passed that on to him. But being a coach, make sure he don't go too far right, too far left. Just keep going straight. I got you, don't worry. You know, when he started learning how to do that, he didn't look back. He just kept going. He didn't care if I'm back there or not. Why? He doing him. That's why. You teach him to do that. That's what it's all about. The idea of the bird, kicking out the bird. Why? I know you cannot use yourself. So you figure it out. Go. Okay? And they do all the time. And those who don't, they die. So that's nature. Only the strong survive. That's true. And I call my moms. I've always looked at my mother as a strange bird. And why the bird? I know now on my knowledge, God is represented by the bird brain. That's the highest level of thought consciousness, okay? So be a bird brain. Why? That's the highest level of consciousness. You're supposed to be smart. God is. Haru was. I still was. The concept. And I call my mom a strange bird. And I always saw my mother high level. Again, in my mind. Yeah, she's the goddess. She's up there. Again. And wrapping it up. Oh, Lord, these days are getting worse. I got to cut this stuff down. But they all in the purpose of teaching, so I don't watch the clock. Let me wrap this up for you anyway. My old man had the horns, okay? My mom, the bird brain, mom was, she was the head, okay? She's the brain, top part. High conscious, watch this. My father, he's the ego. He said, he ain't ascending. He can't fly. He ain't a bull, so he don't drink red wing. With the Red Bull, he don't get wings, so he was grounded. He liked this. He liked stuff. Okay? I don't. That's why I don't follow him. Why? I don't like stuff. That wasn't my thing. So we wasn't just alike. I got my own way of doing things. Just like my son, he's his own person. That's what you raise your kids to be, their best self. Not like you or not who you want to be at. Nah, don't live to your kids. You assist them and let them live for themselves. That's the lesson. I hope you got it. I've been inspired by 3 people. Who inspires you to be successful? Oh, are you successful in life? In closing, right there, because me, y'all live to be 100. Me, 100 miles a day. And remember, I don't want my chosen people, right thinkers, who achieve success in life to pass away. You didn't do it by yourself. We all get help.